Hi, I'm Joel Reedy, a criminal defense attorney at Cornerstone Law Firm. When you've been charged with a DUI, the consequences can be overwhelming. DUIs come with jail time, license suspension, serious fines, and many other long-term consequences. In addition, there's a serious social stigma that comes with being convicted of or pleading guilty to a DUI. There are several things you need to keep in mind when you've been charged with a DUI. First, remember that the government has to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. It's their burden to prove the case. This means they've got to be able to show through either blood or breath evidence or through the observations of a police officer that you were in fact intoxicated. They have to do so to the satisfaction of a judge or a jury, depending on the case. So an officer who pulls you over and does not have any of that evidence to show for it may have a difficult time proving their case. Of course, often these cases come down to an officer's word versus yours, which is not a great situation to be in. Here's a second thing to remember about DUIs. The more of them you've had, the more serious the charges are. If it's your first DUI, it's likely that you're eligible for ARD or a first-time offenders program. It might even be possible for you to plead to what's called a general impairment, where you receive no jail time at all. That's fairly rare, but possible. The third thing to keep in mind, though, about DUIs is that you have to begin aggressively treating any alcohol or drug dependency that you're facing. Many people have a hard time with this because they say, I wasn't drunk, I didn't do it. It's important to remember that if you're not going to be able to beat the case on the charges, you may want to be able to do something like Alcoholics Anonymous, alcohol counseling, even inpatient treatment right away so that you can show a prosecutor and a judge that you're serious about the problem. This often helps with bringing about a more lenient offer. Fourth and finally, with DUIs, it's important to remember that the way that the officer pulled you over is extremely important in the case. If the officer pulled you over without valid cause, the charges may be dismissed based on a lack of probable cause. This means if the officer pulled you over not because you were speeding or not using a blinker or something like that, but just because he wanted to take a look, these charges can be thrown out. These are very difficult and important legal questions, and it's important that you have a lawyer to help you through the process. Call us at Cornerstone Law Firm and have a consultation with one of our criminal defense attorneys. We'll be happy to help you through the process.